Welcome to Success with Saanvi, your go-to space for everything FBLA, otherwise known as Future Business Leaders of America. From breaking down competitive events to hearing from guest speakers, this is where we get smart about strategy, confident in communication, and fired up about leadership. This podcast is all about helping you succeed, whether that's winning your next competition, networking with a purpose, or just figuring out how to get the most out of your FBLA experience. I also want to note that this podcast is specific to the middle school and high school experience. If you fall under collegiate FBLA, this podcast might not be the best fit for you, but I will leave plenty of resources in the description. Today's episode is one of the most important. We're diving into what is FBLA, FBLA dress code, and choosing the right FBLA event. And trust me, this decision sets the tone for your whole year. But before we get into the details of events and strategy, let's rewind for a second. So what is FBLA really? FBLA stands for Future Business Leaders of America, but honestly, it's so much more than just business. It's a national student organization with over 230,000 members across the country, including international chapters. And it's not just for students who want to be the next big CEO. It's for future tech leaders, public speakers, designers, entrepreneurs, and problem solvers, including anyone who just wants to level up their professional skills. You get opportunities to compete, lead, network, travel, win awards, and wear a blazer if that's your thing. This brings me to something important. If you're competing at a conference or presenting your event, there is a dress code. FBLA has professional attire requirements for most of their competitive events. This usually means a button-down shirt, tie, dress pants, dress shoes. This can also be a blouse with a blazer, a skirt and slacks, or something like a business dress. And remember, closed-toed shoes are a must, with acceptable shoe wear including flats, heels, or something like a loafer. No sneakers, no jeans, and definitely no hoodies. Okay, quick story time. I remember during my first NLC, otherwise known as the National Leadership Conference, I was so excited, and I had my outfit all planned. I was wearing a black dress that hit just above my knee. I wore it to my competitive event, and I really didn't think much of it, until an older woman stopped me and said, if you don't pull that dress down, you could lose points. And honestly, I was so annoyed in the moment. Like, really? You're gonna tell me all of my hard work could be judged based on a hemline? But as frustrating as it was, I learned that FBLA takes professionalism really seriously. And unfortunately, this includes some strict dress code guidelines. It wasn't really about me or even her opinion, but how the judges are trained to evaluate competitors. So yeah, I do get that the dress code can feel outdated or even unfair at times, but it's a part of navigating the real world on how to show up, make a strong first impression, and work within expectations even when they're not totally ideal. So now, my advice, if you're even slightly unsure about your outfit, go a little safer, because you don't want your points to go down because of something that has nothing to do with your performance. So for all of my fashionistas out there, you can absolutely slay the dress code. There are still ways to stay stylish, feel confident, and meet the guidelines. Maybe that's a tailored blazer, a fun blouse, or killer heels that won't kill your feet. Like, I wore a white suit, and that made me feel really confident. I promise, professionalism can be powerful and personal. Now, let's talk competitive events. FBLA has dozens of competitive events that allow you to test your skills in areas like marketing, graphic design, programming, finance, hospitality, and so many more. There are different types of events, depending on whether you're in middle school or high school. And again, while FBLA does have a collegiate level with separate events, we'll be focusing solely on the middle and high school experience. Let's split this up real quick. In middle school, you get to choose from 24 competitive events, and these are specifically designed to help you build a strong foundation. Some events you might see include exploring technology, business etiquette, exploring public speaking, digital citizenship, and career research. These events are often guided and structured to help you get comfortable in competition settings while still being challenged. In high school, this is where things get bigger. High school students can choose from 76 competitive events. It's a long list that covers business, technology, finance, communication, healthcare, sports management, you name it. This means more opportunities, more depth, and yes, more competition. Let's break down the formats of these events, and stay with me here. It can get a little bit confusing. Number 1, individual-only events. These are solo, and you're the only one presenting or taking the test. Number 2, individual or team events. Here, you can compete solo or with up to 2 teammates. These teams are a maximum of 3 members total. Number 3, team-only events. Some events are specific to only teams, and these requirements can all be found on the events rubric. Usually, team-only events can be about 4 to 5 members per team. There are also 5 main types of events in FBLA, and each one offers a unique way to showcase your skills. Number 1, objective tests. These are your classic written exams that assess your knowledge in areas like business, economics, finance, and more. It's all about testing your understanding and critical thinking. Number 2, my favorite, presentation events. These events are focused on communication. You'll present a project or research in front of judges, and your speaking skills and ability to engage the audience will be key to your success. Number 3, chapter events. These are team-based events that focus on work and achievements of your entire chapter. You'll be working with chapter members to showcase collective efforts, like creating a chapter project or presentation. Number 4, production events. Think of these like competitions for your technical or creative skills. You could be designing a website, building a product prototype, or doing something hands-on that requires both creativity and efficiency. And number 5, role-play events. In these, you're put into a business scenario and asked to act out a specific role. You'll need to think on your feet, make decisions under pressure, and demonstrate problem-solving skills in real time. Each type of event offers a different way to shine, so think about where your strengths lie and choose accordingly. Okay, this one is super important. If you're a 9th or 10th grader, you have access to something exclusive. Introduction events. These are amazing because they're only open to underclassmen, meaning you're not up against juniors or seniors yet. Some of the best intro events I've seen include Intro to Business Presentation, Intro to Financial Math, Intro to Information Tech, and Intro to Public Speaking. These are designed to help you get experience, build confidence, and maybe even win big without getting thrown into the deep end right away. Here's the deal. Your event can make or break your FBLA year, but no pressure, right? But really, if you pick something just because your friends are doing it, or it quote-unquote sounds easy, you could end up burnt out and worse, bored. So let's talk strategy. Step 1, know your strengths. Ask yourself, are you a natural speaker? If you are, try public speaking, impromptu speaking, or even sales presentation. Do you love studying or test prep? Which I know I definitely don't. But you'll thrive in objective test events like personal finance or insurance and risk management. Are you tech savvy? Then check out UX design, website design, or even mobile app development. Are you great at research and writing? You might love community service project, business plan, or intro to social media strategy. Step 2, look at the prompt. Each year, events give you a specific prompt, especially in the speaking and design events. You can find this information in the description. Just click on the rubric of the events you're interested in, and it should be listed towards the beginning. So, for an example, public speaking might ask you to talk about ethical business leadership or the future of innovation. If you like the prompt, then you found your event. But if it makes you yawn, maybe keep looking. Because not only do you need to factor in the specific event, but also the prompt. And step 3, set your goals. If your goal is to win and make it to nationals, you could look at events that are less saturated in your state, like in my state specifically, spreadsheet applications, supply chain management, and UX design have fewer competitors. But here's what I always say. Choose based on compassion, not pressure. If you love what you're doing, you're more likely to go that extra mile, practice more, and submit something amazing. And remember, rubrics are your best friend. Some presentations have interviews and can be interactive with the judges, so each topic is so unique that it's hard to fit them into one category. So you could be thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna love this event, and then you go to the rubric and you read it and you can decide it's not the best for you. So make sure to read those rubrics, which will be listed in the description. So let's recap. Your event checklist. Do I want to compete alone or with a team? Do I prefer speaking, tech, studying, or creativity? Does this year's prompt excite me? Am I an underclassman and eligible for intro events? Do I want to challenge myself or play into a strength? And would I enjoy preparing for this event, even if I don't win? If you're feeling overwhelmed by all the choices, don't stress. I've dropped a few helpful links in the episode description, including a full list of middle and high school FBLA events, and make sure to click on the event to get to the rubric. A quick What I Should Pick quiz, including the ones from FBLA and one that I personally designed, and an FBLA dress code guidelines page. And if your chapter hosts local events, like fish bowls, mock competitions, or workshops, go to them. They're a perfect way to see what events you'd like before you commit. FBLA is about finding what excites you, where your strengths lie, and what kind of leader you want to become. Choosing your event isn't just about competing. It's about growing, exploring new skills, and remembering to have fun along the way. So take your time, look through the list, and talk to your advisor or an upperclassman and pick something that feels right for you. And if this episode helped you, share it with your chapter group chat or send it to a friend who's deciding on their event. And don't forget to check the description for all the extra tools I mentioned. See you next time on Success with Saanvi.